Welcome to Vintage TV. We're here at Vintage, a wine shop. Got a few wines here.
Yeah.
And one of the things we talked about today was we're going to talk about Burgess Cabernet and how to decant a wine.
Nice.
So.
And I just wanted to say a little bit about this wine because I love it. It's a really small family-owned winery in Napa Valley. They grow their grapes mostly on the western side of Howell Mountain in Napa. The kids, I was really fortunate enough to taste wine with the son of Tom Burgess. Started it in 1972. They have the same winemaker that they've had since 1972, which I think there's only one other winemaker that's been at a winery as long as this guy has. I can't remember his name.
It's okay.
But fantastic wines. They only grow Cabernet, Merlot, and Syrah. That's all they do, and they do them fantastic. So we are tasting it right now, right out of the bottle. It just was opened, and then we're going to decant it. There's a lot of different decanters out there, but this is the nice one because it's got this base where you want the wine to have as much air to the wine as possible, to the surface of the wine as possible. So you can use a funnel if you want, but it's not necessary. So I'm just going to decant this by just pouring it. Get up. Just pouring it in, and it just kind of splashes against the side, and as you can see, it just kind of funnels around the side of the
Gives it a little
glass.
more air contact if you do that.
Yes. And so you just do it slowly. You just want to let it splash against the sides, and it's just going to like cover the whole rim of the decanter, or the whole base of the decanter.
One of the things to mention is when you're pouring the wine, if it's an unfined, unfiltered wine, we want to leave just a little bit of wine right here to
Yes.
to
There's
catch
some
those
sediment.
sediments.
Yes. And sometimes you put like a candle under to see, but you can just kind of look. There's-
Candle's kind of for show. It is kind of
Yeah.
neat.
So I guess we'll just.
This one's filtered.
This one's filtered,
Pour it all in.
so we don't have to worry about any sediment, but you would want to look at that, and if you're in the right light, you can see and make sure that no sediment goes in. So now you can see it's like the wine has its contact with as much surface air as possible. So that's going to open it up and let it increase its characteristics and fruit.
Let's do a
and all
before and
that
after taste.
Yeah, so this is before it was decanted.
I really like this wine. It's got the characteristics of Napa Valley. It's got a huge amount of fruit showing through. It's got a long finish. It's a little bit tight. And once again, by tight, we mean that the fruit's a little bit suppressed by the tannins.
But it doesn't have its soft tannins, and the tannins, we should say.
Very soft tannins.
Explain tannins to.
One of the ways that I always know that a wine has tannins is it's got a little bit of chalk on the teeth.
Yeah.
You kind of want to take your tongue and wipe the
little
chalk off your
chewy.
teeth. If that happens,
Yeah.
then
Then
it's
those are
got a little bit
tannins.
of tannins.
Mm-hmm.
So-
And they can be soft, they can be big, and they usually soften up as the wine opens up.
Mhm.
They'll soften, and they won't be so chalky. Like as the first sip you take, might be really gritty,
Yeah.
and then later on, as the wine's open, it
Kind of think of it as
softens
the
up.
tannins holding the fruit down, and then the tannins are going to open up, and the fruit's going to come through.
Yes, exactly.
So we're going to take a little break here. We're going to let this decant. We're going to come back after that and taste it and
Yeah.
see what we got.
About half an hour, yeah.
Thank you. We're back. We've let the wine decant for about, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes, and we're gonna taste again.
Yeah. Nice. All right. So it's really fun. I mean, besides being really elegant, especially at a dinner table, which people just don't really use so much anymore, but it really does work to open up the wine, and
It makes a great centerpiece. For
and it
this.
does. It just looks good. So if you
And
want.
one of the things to mention is, we're going to decant wines with tannins. Some wines are just meant to be drank now, and they really don't need decanting. It's really not going to do them any good. But those tannins come from the wood in the process. They come from the stems. They come from the seeds. They come from the barrels. And it's a preservative for the wine, and it will really act as a preservative and allow the wine to last a long time. But getting that wine in the decanter, getting it to oxidize, getting it exposed to oxygen is going to release that fruit. So it's really a great thing to do with. A lot of Cabernets need decanting because they do have a lot of tannins.
Well, it's just, I mean, you just think about it. This wine's been in the bottle. This one, it's just an 06, so really, I mean, probably doesn't even need decanting.
It doesn't have a lot of tannins.
But still, you think about it, it's been sitting in that bottle for 4 years, which, you know, you're gonna pour it right out of the bottle. It needs some time to do its thing.
Just say something about Burgess. We have a lot of customers come in, and it just seems like that our customers who have been drinking wine a long time, they kind of know Burgess.
Love this Burgess.
But it doesn't have a huge name, but it's just a fantastic wine, and that's what vintage is all about, is finding those wines that are absolutely fantastic at great price points.
Yeah, and they're
that's
nice.
What we do.
They're a nice family-owned vineyard. I went there and I met the son. I didn't meet Tom Burgess, but I met his son, and we did some barrel tasting. And they're just the nicest people. Beautiful view over their veranda. It was amazing. So great place to visit too. It's by appointment only, but they will see you if you make an appointment. So.
Some
Great
fantastic places to go.
They've got Cabernet, they've got Merlot and Syrah, but their Cab is their flagship wine, and it's fantastic. Something to check out.
Okay, I think we went over our time limit. The guy's doing this to me. So anyway, everybody have a great time. Hope to see you at Vintage.